Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be doing my updated Chronomaly deck. This is probably my third iteration of it. The first one was kind of the pure one from back when Return of the Duels came out, and the second one was the one that had Blackluster Soldier. And then this one now uses a different boss monster. You can already see it's Grandsoil. But I put a lot of thought into upgrading the extra deck, and I added all the new Chronomaly monsters that came out in the Number Hunters. So this is an updated Chronomaly deck, and it's more of a pure build. But it's still pretty good. It's still pretty competitive because of the extra deck cards as well as the tech cards. So to start off, for a boss, one Grandsoil the Elemental Lord, because the deck tends to fill the graveyard up with Earth monsters a lot, and yeah, Grandsoil can be summoned pretty easily. But the deck is tight on space, so you really only have room for one of him. And then we have 3 Chronomaly Crystal Skull. He's one of the better ones. He's a light Chronomaly monster. And then 3 Chronomaly Crystal Bones. This is the one that has like a Cyber Dragon style effect, or a Photon Thrasher style effect. And you special summon him. Then when you get to do that effect, then you can summon another Chronomaly monster from your hand or graveyard, regardless of level. So he's pretty good. Next, 3 Chronomaly Golden Jet. This one's the level manipulator. It's just really good. It's another light. So those are the light Chronomaly monsters. So they don't actually work with Grandsoil, but the rest of them do. So next we have 2 Chronomaly Moai, or Moai, or whatever. Down from 3. I'm a little unsure of whether I should put him at 2. Because he does allow you to get a quick rank 5 with the jet. But he's pretty good. And he also allows you to go into rank 6 with the Golden Jet. And then 1 Chronomaly Colossal Head. He was in my first iteration of the deck. People said he's not good, but I think he's pretty decent because he's an Earth monster. He's a Chronomaly monster, so he works with their support cards. And he counts as Earth for Grandsoil. And he's kind of like Necrogardna. So oftentimes you're just going to throw him in the graveyard with Catapult Zone as fast as possible. And then next, now we have the new ones from Number Hunters. So Chronomaly Mud Golem. He adds Pierce. Chronomaly Cabrera Trebuchet. He makes the attack of opponent's monster 0. So he's the one with Machu Mech and the Golden Jet. He's the one that allows you to do that move that formerly everybody, or I was using Gaga Girl to do that effect. And a lot of people noticed that this is pretty good with effects like that. And then 1 Chronomaly Aztec Mask Golem. He's okay. His effect's not as good as the others, but he's pretty decent. I'm trying to run all of them, so I just put in 1. And the last one is the Chronomaly Sol Monolith. This is the high level one, but that's okay. You get him on the field with Crystal Bones, and then he allows you to go into rank 6 or 7 Exceed monsters with Golden Jet's effect, but it's kind of hard to pull off though. And then 2 Fossil Dyna. This card it's a very good rock monster, earth monster. And it's really good at stopping a lot of fast decks that like to swarm a lot, so it slows them down, because this deck itself is not super fast. And then the last monster, I just threw in 1 Honest. It gets a lot of people off guard, because there are 9 light monsters, so obviously Honest is a really good card. He lets you, basically, you will kill a large opponent's monster that's attacking, not really knowing that you're running Honest in here. So it's a really good sneak type of card, tech card. So for spells, 2 Pot of Duality to speed the deck up because it's kind of slow. Triple Catapult Zone. This is the field card for the rock monsters. This is how you're going to stack your graveyard up for Grandsoil, and then reuse those monsters from the graveyard later with stuff like Daigusto Emeral to draw. 2 Chronomaly Technology, more draw power, similar to Duality, it speeds the deck up. And 2 Chronomaly Pyramid Eye Tablet. This is basically a Solidarity for these guys. And keep in mind that it also powers up the Exceed monsters by 800, so it makes these guys pretty hard to get off the field. With Heavy Storm gone, these cards are slightly more relevant. It kind of annoys the opponent to have to waste one of their Typhoons on this, so it's pretty good in this format. And then for the other spells, just staples, so Dark Hole, Book of Moon, those are the staples. And then I threw in a Smashing Ground, but I could also run Mind Control if I wanted, which is probably more optimal, but Smashing Grounds just helps open up the opponent's field for going for that OTK or that final push. Of course, Mind Control probably does that too, so you could think of that as Mind Control. 2 MST, and then those are the spells. So, for the traps, 2 Stonehenge Methods. It's good at special summoning the Chronomalys from the graveyard. 1 Call the Haunted is just good at getting anything back from the graveyard. 1 Starlight Road, because this deck does kind of try to spam monsters in the field, and a lot of people are running Mirror Force, so this is good against Mirror Force. And then you get your Stardust Dragon out, and then you can negate something else later on. And then 1 Dust Tornado, just because the deck kind of lacks magic and trap removal, with only 2 MSTs. So you could also try Trap Stun, which seems to be pretty good, or Magic Cylinder, or Mirror Force. And then 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, or that could also be Bottomless Trap Hole. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck, obviously I'm going to be running the 3 Chronomaly boss monsters. Number 6, Chronomaly Atlandis. Number 33, Chronomaly Machu Mech, and Chronomaly Crystal Chrononaut. So those 3 are the themed Exceed monsters. And then I have my Stardust Dragon just because of Starlight Road, so he's there. So we got those. And then for the rank 3, because you banish a lot, Leviair the Sea Dragon, and wind up Zenmaines. Those are my rank 3 choices. And because you throw a lot of things in the graveyard really fast, for Grandsoil, you can recycle them and use them again with Catapult Zone in the form of Daigusto Emeral, helps you draw. Number 50, Black Strip of Corn is just really good. My Stroke, the Symphony Djinn, he's also really good. Gaga Cowboy, he can end late game. Utopia, he's a beat stick, and he can stall. And then those are the rank 4s. For the rank 5, we have Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis, and Adris, Keeper of Armageddon, along with Machu Mech. And for rank 6, we have Photon Strike Bouncer, and he is also along with Atlandis. And the last one, you almost never see this, but I have it. I may take it out for something that I technically would use more often, like another rank 3 or rank 4. But number 11, Big Eye. I actually also, now that I think about it, with Mind Control, you can use that with Monolith plus the Golden Jet to make this level 7. So you can technically make it, but it's kind of a stretch. So that was the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, rate, comment, subscribe.